Hi there everyone, welcome to another Minecraft tutorial video here on the channel, and I'm actually going to be looking at Minecraft maps in this video. As you can see, I'm holding an empty map in my hand right here, and I'm actually redoing this tutorial, which is a previous tutorial I did on the channel. It's actually my most popular video I've ever done on YouTube, and I wanted to redo it because I wanted it to be better quality and more up to date and just full of good info for anyone that's new and returning to the game. But we're going to be going through how to use and make maps in Minecraft. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. We're going to go through how to make a map. So this is known as an empty map or a locator map, whatever you want to call it. This uses a compass and 8 pieces of paper inside the crafting table, and this makes one empty map, as you can see right there. So this is the start of your mapping journey in the game. So I'm hoping to go through as much detail as possible for the functionality of maps and the useful stuff when it comes to gameplay in Minecraft. When you actually get an empty map, when you actually right click it and use it, it will create a map like this. So as you can see here, it's generated the world inside of this map, and it's basically tried to draw out all of the important and opaque blocks that are actually here. And as you can see here, we have a white player location marker on the map as well, which updates as we move around the world. Basically, this will show you where you are in this given chunk of the world. And at the top of the map is north, at the bottom is south, and then west and east at the side. So that makes it very easy to navigate around. Now, it does not necessarily actually keep the player in the center when it generates the map. It does not necessarily do that when you generate it the first time. And if you're looking around the map, there may be areas that you've not explored yet, so that are actually not showing on the map. And as you move around, it should fill in your given map area that you're actually using. Now, these maps can be used in your Minecraft world, but they can also be used in the Nether dimension and the End as well. They should generate in exactly the same way, but they're not quite as useful in the Nether because quite a lot of the Nether terrain looks the same. So the best reason to do it is basically so you can look at the surroundings, so you can see the player location marker and so on. And you can obviously use other markers as well using the maps, which we'll go through in just a moment here. But that is the main point of using it in other dimensions. Another nifty little feature of maps as well is that if you put the map in your offhand, so that's my left hand in this case, you can see it makes a mini map on your screen. So instead of it being central and very big, this is a mini map that you hold in your hand, and it's obviously it's a lot easier to look around, and you can look at the map in a different fashion. Now we're going on to one of the most important blocks when it comes to maps. We have the cartography table. So this is a very important block when it comes to maps, and you craft it like this: 2 pieces of paper and 4 planks inside of a crafting table, and this will get you the table, which has a lot of functionality and is very good for maps. So I'm going to show you the first bit of functionality when it comes to the cartography table, and that is zooming maps. Now, more specifically, I am saying this is zooming out maps, because when you generate a map, you'll see that it says scaling at 1:1, okay? And you can actually do this multiple times. You can zoom out the map. So we have 1:1 here, but we also have 1:2, 1:4, 1:8, and 1:16. And that is the highest you can go. So you can actually increase it 4 times, basically, in terms of the zooming out of the map. Now, when you have a standard map that you generate, it should be 128 by 128 blocks, and each pixel should be 1 block. But as you go up, it obviously is more and more zoomed out. So if we look at these additional ones here, we can see that 1 to 2 will be 256 blocks wide. We then have 512 blocks for 1 to 4, 1024 for 1 to 8, and 1 to 16 is actually 2,048 blocks wide. So that is an insane amount. Now, in order to do zooming with the cartography table, what you need to do is access it and place the map up here. And then you use bits of paper. So if we add one bit of paper, it will increase the scaling by one amount. So you can see now it's 1 to 2. And then if we do this again, you'll see that it says 1 to 4 right here, as you can see here. So scaling at 1 to 4. So you continue doing that until you reach the zoom level that you require. Now, as I was saying a moment ago, you can see that I can actually generate parts of the map I've not seen yet by moving into that area. So this is what the map looks like if there's areas of the map or areas of the map area that you've not actually explored yet in your Minecraft world. Alright, everyone, the next bit of functionality when it comes to maps is cloning. So you can clone a map to basically duplicate it, okay? So that is very, very important when it comes to this sort of thing. And how you actually do this is that you get a map and then you get an empty map alongside it. And as you can see, this will duplicate the map, and we now have 2 of the same map. Now, the nice thing about this is that if you have multiple empty maps here, you can actually duplicate or clone the map multiple times. So you can actually get 9 copies of the map by using all of these slots with an empty map. So bear that in mind when it comes to cloning your maps. Now, this is very important because you may have a very detailed map with lots of different elements to it, and you may want to have multiple copies for whatever reason. And using the cloning feature is how you actually do that. Now, this next feature right here is involving item frames. So we're actually moving into the location marker functionality when it comes to maps in Minecraft. So you can place a map on an item frame like this, and it will display the current map of what it actually looks like. And as you can see here, you can rotate it like you can normally do on a item frame, as you can see right there. But you may notice that there's actually a green location marker that's showing on this map. So that is very important because that is showing you the actual location of this item frame on this map. So if I use the exact same map, so that is why it's important to clone the map. If I put the exact same map over here, you can see we now have 2 green location markers, which are showing the 2 item frames. Now, if you have an incomplete map showing in the item frame, it will obviously show transparency in the areas you have not explored yet. However, if you have the same map and you actually look at different areas here, so I'm going to go backwards until I've explored more of this world here, this will actually update what's showing on the item frame. So it's actually a live update of your map. So that's another good reason as to why you should basically do multiple clones of maps so that you can place them in these item frames and have your actual copy on the player. Now, the next location marker functionality is actually Java Edition only. This is a Java exclusive feature. This is, you can actually use a banner. So if you right click a banner with a particular map, it will actually put a banner icon or a banner location marker on the map. So it will place whatever color is the base color of the banner. So that is another nifty little feature, and it's very, very similar features to the item frame markers. Obviously, these ones actually look like a banner instead of the green markers you saw with the item frames. And that is basically it. And you can put as many of these as you like, and they should update if you zoom out the map, if you clone the map, and so on. Now, there's an additional bit of functionality when it comes to cartography tables, and that is actually locking a map. So you can see here, this map is locked, okay? And we have to use glass panes in order to do this. So what I mean by locking a map is that it will stop updating, and I think you can't zoom it out either. You can, however, clone that locked map. And if you clone a locked map, the clones will also be locked. So you have to use a glass pane and a map, as you can see here, and this will actually lock the map using this particular table. Alright everyone, we're now near the end of the tutorial. There's 2 little things that I need to go through at the end of this, and that is that you can find empty maps inside of loot chests. Okay, so you can find them in cartographer villager chests. You can find them in stronghold library chests and shipwreck map chests. So that's not that important because empty maps are very easy to make and very easy to get in bulk. But just so you know that as additional information in this tutorial. And there's also another way to get them in bulk. So we have a cartographer villager right here. This is a novice, and there is actually a trade where you have 7 emeralds for an empty map as well. So bear that in mind with this when you actually visit villagers. All right, everyone, that's about it. Those are the main things you need to know about Minecraft maps in Minecraft, the simple things and most of the functionality, if all the functionality. And I'm just quickly going to go through the Java and Bedrock differences with maps. So most things in Java and Bedrock are the same, but there are a few differences. Now, one difference that I would like to note is that in Bedrock, you can make a different kind of map where if you do not use a compass and it's just all paper inside of the crafting table, it makes a different kind of map that does not have player location markers on them. So I guess they just draw out the terrain and that's all they do. So that's an additional difference for Bedrock compared to Java. And there are little tinkers, little differences that don't really mean that much. But what I will do is I will leave a link in the description of a Minecraft wiki page, and it should give you the differences between Java and Bedrock for anything that's Bedrock, exclusive or whatever. So bear that in mind. All right, everyone, thank you for watching this video right here. Hopefully this helps you out if you're a new and returning player to the game. But if you did find this useful, a like, subscribe on the video would be very much appreciated. And make sure that you hit notification bell to stay notified of any future videos here on the channel. And if you want to follow my socials, they're on screen and in the description. And if you want to see any other tutorials, let me know in the comments down below, and I may do it for a future video. This was actually quite a fun tutorial to redo because this is a tutorial I've wanted to redo for some time, even if it's one of my best tutorials ever done on YouTube. But I just thought I could do a better quality video and go through all of the aspects of maps that are currently in the game. I don't believe that maps are going to change that much in Minecraft 1.21 in the next update, but we'll have to see. I might do a separate video for any changes. But anyway, stay happy and healthy, everyone, and see you next time.